If I asked you who the biggest simp in the Straw Hat crew was,
I'm not even close to sure.
You'd say Sanji. You wouldn't even think about it. I mean, he literally almost died simping over a mermaid. But what if I told you there was a time when Usopp was an even bigger simp than Sanji? Usopp,
Sogeking!
the Straw Hat sniper and a brave warrior of the sea, a pretty incredible guy. But someone please explain this to me. Usopp somehow created Nami's weapon, the climatact, a pipe with the power to control the weather, turn people invisible, create illusions, smoke screens, and summon lightning from fucking heavens. He gives this to Nami and fights with a stick. Think about that. He creates a pole that gives you the power of Zeus himself and then fights with a regular, completely unmodified slingshot. Why? In this situation, Usopp might have been an even bigger simp than Sanji. Think about this. Caesar Clown, aka Gangster Gastina, certified scientist, known mad lad. He is considered a brilliant scientist for inventing the smile fruit, which gives one pretty crappy devil fruit ability 30% of the time and leaves the other 70% with an illness which cannot be cured and ruins their life. He creates that and is known as a great scientist who gets paid money by yonkos to create fruits. Usopp created a stick that gives you abilities of 4 different devil fruits and nobody says anything. Where is Captain Usopp's Nobel Prize? Okay, now compare him to Vegapunk. Vegapunk is considered a genius, but he also has a devil fruit that helps him learn, trillions in funding from the world government, and access to any and all resources. Usopp had a ship with nothing on it except a rapidly dwindling supply of food and sake, with no formal education, no funding, yet somehow creates a stick with the power of 4 himself. What's that? My crew is under attack? Time to bust out the slingshot. Usopp has some amazing skills, but barely uses them at all. Usopp's scientific prowess would make him an award-winning scientist in our world, and yet, before the time skip, he still decides to just use a stick with rubber bands on it. But after the time skip, he does come back with a huge upgrade, both to his weapon and to his guns. He uses both the dials from Skypiea and the plants from the island which he was bitch slapped to and creates a slingshot. But this isn't just a slingshot. This thing is a fucking bazooka rocket launcher Day of the Triffids type monster plant deploying slingshot. Usopp is now just playing a giant game of Plants vs Zombies. This is a serious upgrade to his old weapon. But as impressive as this is, I still don't think he's living up to his potential. I mean, just think of all the things that he could create with his abilities. Imagine a giant climatact. It would probably be able to summon lightning storms the size that Enel did, putting any ship out of business and sinking them completely, immediately nullifying any devil fruit users in that crew. Maybe we're thinking about this the wrong way though. Maybe this is just a part of Usopp's greatness. The fact that Usopp can create the world's most lethal party popper and then choose to fight people like Page 1 and Ulti with a stick with some rubber on it, that's pretty incredible. That's pretty crazy. I think Usopp may just be trolling everyone. I mean, he created one of the most advanced weapons known to the world, and then had to do party tricks just to fuck with Nami, trolling her despite potentially putting her in a life-threatening situation just for a joke, potentially getting Nami killed because it's funny. Or is it because his 10 billion point IQ told him that this would put off her opponents so that Nami could catch them off guard when she uses the actual real abilities of the climatact? Usopp, you sly dog. But I've come to realize something. Usopp is simply too powerful. He's actually just nerfing himself by fighting with sticks and plants in order to nerf his planet-destroying abilities. Let me explain it mathematically. Power is exponential. It doesn't add, it multiplies. If we take Usopp and give him a weapon, we aren't adding to his power, we're multiplying it. Take a humble baseball, not very powerful. Even if it were to hit you in the face, it would only hurt. It probably wouldn't kill you. However, if a baseball hit the earth at the speed of light, it would have the destructive power of a nuclear explosion. My source? I don't remember. But this shows that even the simplest weapon can become magnitudes more powerful with the right force behind it. I can prove it with this example. Do you remember in Dressrosa, when Luffy and Trafalgar Law are about to be turned into toys by Sugar? Usopp is the only one who knows about this, but is literally miles away. Usopp comes up with an idea. He uses a free-stage rocket, utilizing explosive dials and a deep understanding of wind patterns, all for the noble task of giving a little girl PTSD for the rest of her life. This is what he can do with plants and a stick. Imagine his true power with modern weapons. Remember when Usopp used the cannon to fight off some enemy ships and hit 2 with 1 cannonball, sinking an entire crew and basically committing mass murder? Well, Usopp does too, which is why he has to nerf himself. Usopp's sniping is just ridiculous. At Enies lobby, he was hitting Spandam from miles away, accurately, and all his men with a slingshot. If he were using an actual gun, he would have ended the arc right there. Spandam would have been dead, Robin could have just walked back to them. There's only one logical explanation as to why Usopp does this, as to why he just uses a stick with a resistance band on it. He's nerfing himself to try and prevent mass destruction. Otherwise, Usopp just doesn't make any sense. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you'd like to see more.